Okay, if you found yourself here, you want to make a small batch of bee fondant for your bees. I looked online, found all kinds of recipes, but then we made a little bit of a mix. I need protein for my bees. Our area caught on fire here in Southern California, and the bees are struggling to get pollen right now. So it's winter time. We wanted to give them a little candy. I took a chunk, cut it off about this big, put it in my mason jar, filled it up with water, let it dissolve. You just mix it with a spoon. I left the paper on. It'll actually float to the top, then remove it. Once you do that, you take 3 cups of sugar, put it in your pot. It has to have a thick bottom, so this one has one of the thick bottoms so it doesn't burn. You bring it on a medium heat with 1 cup of your special water you just made, your pollen water, a pinch of vinegar. You bring it to the candy bowl stage at 240. Once you've done that, you bring it to the side burner, let it cool down. Once you've cooled it down, you're going to put it in your mixer. I put mine at 4 and I let it to mix, and otherwise you're going to be mixing a lot. It'll start to go white. The longer you let it sit, the harder it's going to get. I have these pans ready for the next batch that's cooking now, and I just basically put it on my cookie sheet. As you can see, they're like cookies. Okay? And it made a great consistency. Now we have a feeding table out back for the bees, and I made a batch earlier this morning. And let me tell ya, they love it. We did our 2-to-1 sugar nectar. We set it up out here and they're all over it. And that mound right there is the cookie mound that I made. Now we also found by accident, I put some sugar cakes out here based on what somebody else told me to do on a line, and I didn't like how it went. So basically we just took a mound of sugar, we added a few tablespoons of the pollen water, and that seems to work really good. They love it. The honey, we put honey out there. Now I didn't like it because, as you can see, that one's dead. And I didn't like that my bees were dying. So with the new way that we made the cake today, this is the old way, the way I was told online. This is the new way, the way we do it. So basically what I did was I took a little bit of sugar in a lid, and I then added the pollen. Let me turn off this so it's quiet. So see, we just took a regular old lid, just a Tupperware lid, mixed up the water, and you grab some of that and you put it on there, and you add enough. Let's see, it's kind of hard to do with videotaping at the same time, so I'll turn it sideways. And I just kind of mixed it in so it was a nice consistency, but the girls aren't going to drown. You see how if you go like this, it just dissolves. And the longer you let it sit, it gets to be a great consistency. They don't stick to it, but it's perfect for them to have. I'll put that at the feeding table for tomorrow morning, and by the end of the day, it's gone. So I hope you guys learned a little something here today, and have fun.